Today we're going to take a look at adding technician signatures to outgoing emails. That way we can have each individual technician keep their signatures up to date and have those go out with individual emails. So either that could be automated so they always go out from emails, or they could just be for individual one-steps that the technician might use when they're in an incident, a service request, a change, or other object. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my admin tool and create a new blueprint. And let's take a look at how we did this. First thing we did is we created a supporting object called employee signature. And all that really has is two fields. One is the name of the technician, which is validated off of the user info table. If I right click and take a look at the field properties, so he's just validated from user info, validated off of the full name field. And then the second field is a signature field. So that can hold multiple lines. And in this case, it is a maximum or a blob field. So we could put their name, we could put their phone number, we could put their title, but you can have multiple lines on there. So when that gets filled back to the email, it contains all that signature block. And it is RTF, so you could embed JPEGs, maybe a little logo or something else that could come back as well and go out with that outgoing email. So let's take a look then at how we've attached this to the incident. I'm going to go to my incident object, which is a major. Look at the relationships. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Remember, any relationship you add to Cherwell, that's always the last one in the list. The most recent one you added is always last in the list. And let's take a look at that relationship. So all we're doing here is we're linking based on the current logged in user. So the employee signature technician ID equals the current user rec ID. So if I'm logged into Cherwell, it knows my current user rec ID, and it can match that up with the technician ID that is in the employee signature table. That way, whoever runs that one step, this just has to walk down the relationship, find my ID, pull back my signature, and then put that into the email. So let's take a look at the actual one step. So I'm going to open up my client tool here. So there's my employee signature table. It does show in table management. Normally just lookup show, supportings don't always show, but when I built that supporting object, I told it to show in table management. So now I can go here and capture all the signatures for the technicians. So in this case, I'm going to be logged in as CSD admin. So I created a sample signature for that user ID. So now if I go and build a one step, I have a pre-built one here against the incident object, and I put that in my user folder and I called it send email with signature. Let me edit that one step and let's take a look at what we did. So all I did was have a simple send email command, and if I edit that email, you'll see that I can pull fields now from that relationship to the employee signature table. So I have my normal relationship to the customer table where I can pull his email address, I can pull data from the incident, but I can also pull data from that employee signature relationship. So I grabbed the technician name and I grabbed the signature field. If you wanted to add other fields, you of course could pull those back into the email as well. So at its simplest, I just pulled the name and the signature block. So if I run that email one step, so let me actually go to an incident here. Doesn't matter which one, I'm just going to pick any. And then I'll run that one step, and I told the one step to let me edit before sending, so it'll pop up on the screen here and you folks can see it. So that's going to run, and there's my signature. So it pulled up the technician name and it pulled up that signature block for me. So that's a really easy way to add employee signatures to outgoing emails in Cherwell.